Hi loves, welcome back to my channel. It's Azula from the Hummingbird Coven. Welcome to your new moon in Leo / 88 Lionsgate portal pick a card reading. I'm going to be posting this initially on my Patreon page, and then I will be sharing it on my YouTube page. But if you want the extended reading for this moon, if you want the astro energy updates that I do on my Patreon page in my High Priestess tier and up, I would love to have you join my Patreon page. It's what's funding a single that I'm also releasing on this 88 Lionsgate called Sundays. I mentioned it in my last video. But yeah, I'm releasing my very first single with my little sister Lunar Rose. And this is such a special project to me because it's my very first single, but also because I am working with my family, I'm working with my loved ones. It's just been a whole family affair. This is also the video that I'm creating will also be promotion for my sister's site, The Heavenly Crop. So I'm very excited to also showcase the incredible wellness products that she has on her channel, and share more of that with you guys. I'll also have a discount in the description box down below, as well as I have an exclusive discount for our collaborative creations, as well as any creations that I have made that are on the site. You'll get an exclusive discount that I will have specifically for my patrons. So again, if you would like to join and support and help me kind of realize this dream, it's my Patreon page that is funding this whole project. So if you are interested in donating and sharing energy with me and receiving more of also my services, I do offer other readings on my Patreon. I offer kind of an overall self-care theme for the month that we work with. I also offer classes I kind of mentioned this in my last video as well, but I've created a meditative movement practice called Dream, where on my Patreon page, we work with the energies of the moon. So we have a ritual every new moon and full moon, or the weeks of the moons at least. But for August, for this month, they will be on the days of the new moon and the full moon, always on a Sunday, always at 11 a.m. So if that is something that you're interested in, again, I will have the information in my description box down below. You can also follow me on my Instagram, where I have the link straight to my site in my bio. So you can find the link to my Patreon at the Hummingbird Coven Instagram, and you can find the link to my music and my single release on my other Instagram page, Restoring Balance Azula J96. That I will also have linked in the description box down below, as well as, again, my sister's site, The Heavenly Crop, Orisha's site for wellness products and goodies and offerings. And so I'm very excited to be sharing all of that with you, again, in my description box down below. And over the next few months, you'll see more of me and more of my products, and just more of all that I am creating, all that I'm offering to all of you. Again, I'm so grateful to be on this journey with my family. Shout out to my family, shout out to my OG subscribers, shout out to my Patreons. Most of you are the same people, but again, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for supporting me and loving me in the ways that you do. I love you so much, and you already know that this is, if it's you, it's me. If it's me, it's you, So with that being said, I think I'm going to jump into this reading. Again, I'm going to be pulling some messages for this moon. I'll pull the overall kind of theme, the moon message, moon blessing, lesson, and guidance is what I will be pulling, as well as, again, your pick a card readings that I will be doing at the end of this video. You can, if you would like, skip straight to the timestamp of your cards. I will have a thumbnail of the different groups and the crystals that I have for each group. I'll have that in the thumbnail and also posted in the description box down below with your timestamp. but I am going to get into this reading. So again, the first thing I want to do is pull the moon's blessing. And I also haven't done my astro. I'm filming this really early also. I'm filming this, what day is it today? July 27th. Just because next month is just going to be a whirlwind. I could already feel it. I can already feel the energy kind of building. Right now is kind of an energy of preparation for this shift in energy that will be, especially with this 8/8 portal, that we'll be experiencing in the next month. So you want to kind of prepare for the future in this next little bit, leading up to the new moon. And then, yeah, there's going to be an incredible shift that happens during this 8/8 portal. I think it's also open from now, or like from the 25th, possibly even the 21st. I have to double check, but if you know, also let me know in the comments down below. But if I can find it, I will put it in the description box, the exact information. But I'm pretty sure the portal is open from now. I think it's when the sun moves into the sign of Leo and aligns with the star Sirius, which I believe is like our spiritual sun, from the research that I've done so far. Again, if you have more information on any of that, you can post it in the comments down below, just for the community, just for the collective, for more information or any links that you might have. But essentially, this is a very heightened energy. This is an energy where like wishes are granted. You take leaps of faith towards new directions that are more in alignment. You're kind of being pulled more into alignment with your destiny, with your purpose, with your passion. Also, is a stone that I chose to kind of hold with me today. I don't know if you can see that. My passion stone. But yeah, definitely aligning us more with our passions, with what we love, with what we are. There's an energy of emotional about also. Yeah, this energy of passion is linking me to the energy of our emotions, and just the, with lion's energy, the kind of ferocity of our emotions and the extremes that our emotions can, like when we're passionate about something, we can passionately love, and we can also passionately hate, is kind of what I'm hearing. So it's that range of emotion and the extreme, the power, the consuming nature of that emotion as well, that guides us towards a certain action, is what's coming through. So again, the actions that we take in these next few months are very important as well. Like, are we taking action towards what we are passionate about, either in love or in hate, or even in fear, potentially? It's going to be different for everyone, just how this is coming up and what is going on in your personal life, obviously, and also depending on your personal natal chart and where these energies sit within your chart, what houses Leo is in. And again, we also have like a bunch of retrogrades right now, that I think Saturn, Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, and Chiron are all in retrograde. Chiron is a meteor or asteroid. The wounded healer, though, that is sitting in Aries, which is also giving me that like action energy in terms of what we desire, right? What do we desire for ourselves, and what do we also desire for our like situation, for our living situation, for our relationships, for our career, and for our world? Like, again, what are we taking action towards? Are we taking action towards our passions, is kind of what's coming through. So let me know if that makes sense in the comments down below. That's kind of just the first intuitive message that is coming through for today. But let me pull, I don't want this video to be too long, so let me just pull this blessing. What is the moon blessing for the new moon in Leo? Thank you. Wow, full moon. Surrender to the divine. Again, this is a very heightened energy. Full moons are known to be like the climax of the action, the heightened energy of the moon cycles. This is when things come into completion. And yeah, with this 8-8 portal, 100%, there's an energy of cycles with the number 8. So it's definitely moving into a new cycle. One cycle is completing and you're moving into a new space. So the blessing of this moon is we're being called to surrender to the direction that divine, that either / all, that our higher selves are guiding us towards, that our ancestors and spirit team is guiding towards, that creator, whatever creator you call to. What are you being guided towards? What are you passionate about? What is your purpose? Is very much the energy with this Lion's Gate. And it's time to walk in that purpose, right? Surrender to divine, surrender to the new cycle, surrender to completing whatever no longer serves you, right? Completing whatever habits, patterns of behavior, any relationships that no longer serve you, whether work relationships or friendships or partnerships, whatever it is. And you have a relationship with everything, right? Like this can also be to your relationship with the internet, your relationship to what you're consuming on a regular basis, right? Consuming media or consuming just toxic energies in terms of your food. Are you having enough water? Just everything, right? Whatever it is that is most significant to you at this time. Again, this will probably depend on where these energies are within your natal chart, is what's going to be heightened for you at this time. So it's about releasing what no longer serves you in this space so that you can move forward in your destiny. Bottom of the deck, we have new moon in Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. This is giving me an energy of where, as we step into this new cycle, we're prepping to find balance as we move towards the fall and Libra season. We have we're in Leo season now, so we have Leo, Virgo, and then Libra. So possibly 3 months from now, 2-3 months from now, might be timing that might be coming up for you in terms of possibly, again, whatever partnership you're creating or ascending you're collaborating with, essentially. Again, whether creative, romantic, platonic, business partnerships. So that's kind of the timing message that I'm getting. But with this message as well, a new romantic cycle begins. Even though this is Libra energy, Leo is coming up in this romantic cycle. I feel like for some of you, for a lot of you, you might be, if you're not already, in a romantic relationship. And that, again, that's very much Leo energy. Just flirting, romance, art, creativity, playfulness. All of that energy is very much Leo energy. So as we move into Leo season, be prepared to receive that. Be prepared to be in this energy of romance, of love, right? And that is also very much an energy that has been coming through, just this unconditional love that we are integrating within ourselves more and more. That comes from the divine as well, right? Surrender to divine love is very much what's coming through. So again, I hope that makes sense so far. That is the overall blessing for this moon. Surrender to divine, surrender to this new romantic cycle, surrender to balance, to harmony, to fairness. This is also giving me an energy of karma as well. Again, what goes around comes around. There's an energy of also karmic debts might be being paid during this time so that it can complete the cycle, right? And so that we can move forward. Generational cycles or generational patterns or curses or whatever blocks, whatever it might be for you, are also cycling out, and a new energy is being born, is also what's coming through. What is the lesson of this 8-8 portal? One card, please. But you do have, so these, I'm just going to show you quickly the cards that jumped out. We have the North Node and, what is that, the 4th house. North Node is currently in Gemini. The 4th house is Cancer and the Moon energy. Again, those partnerships, right? Divine love, divine partnerships with that Gemini energy. There's also an energy of new information is coming in, right? We're exploring new information. We're receiving new tidbits, facts. There's new sources also is an energy, resources, in terms of like, again, information coming through. Communication as well, possibly even divine communication from the ancestors is coming through. That's that North Node energy. Yeah, especially with that 4th house. 4th house is the home. 4th house is traditions. 4th house is past and past lives. So again, ancestral communication may be coming through to support you in moving in this new cycle. Surrender to the messages, surrender to the guidance. Also make time to receive those messages, right? Create safe spaces, create romantic, sacred spaces for yourself and for your loved ones. Yeah, wow, beautiful. The lesson is waning crescent. I hope you can see that. Hold on. There you go. Waning crescent, or sorry, waxing crescent. Inspiration, creativity, growth, accomplishments, and learning. So essentially everything that I just said, that is the lesson of this moon. We are learning new things. We are growing. We are stepping into new creative pursuits, possibly for some of us, or even for some of us, again, with that 4th house energy that just came through, old creative pursuits, things that we were working on in the past that maybe we put on pause to move something else forward for a time. And now it's time to let that grow on its own. There's an energy of 7 of Pentacles that's coming through. We're letting that continue to mature, right, with this growth energy as well. Letting that grow, letting that mature as it is meant to naturally in divine hands, while we take a step back and complete something else that we started a while ago is also what's coming through. And all of it connects. All of it connects. All of it is related in some way or another. Again, this is going to be different for everyone, but you probably know what this is. These messages, I always set intention that these are confirmations for what you already know. So yeah, there's new inspiration, there's creativity, there's again, as you step into a new creative space, now that you have the time, because you have accomplished already something that you have been working on, you have come to a milestone is kind of what's coming through, and it's allowing you to shift into new energy that will help with that continue to grow and expand as well as you move forward. But you're able to again shift your perspective a little bit onto again something possibly from the past that you were working on that you put on pause. Now it's time to come back to it so that things can catch up is an energy that's coming through. You also have sextile at the bottom of the deck. Integration, yeah. Integration, cooperation, tools, skills, ingenuity, harmony, and empathy. Definitely integration and cooperation. There's an energy of collaborations also are coming through. Yeah, new collaborations, new partnerships, as I said. Yeah. Again, tools, skills, the resources that you need. For some of you, you might be stepping back into more of a time of study. Possibly for some of you, you might be going back to school to kind of re-up on skills that you had, again, that you might have put on pause to pursue something else at the time. Now it's time to come back to that for a second, re-up those skills, revamp those skills, and those tools that you need so that when you come back into the space, you have more resources to be able to continue to build. I hope that's making sense so far. But all of this is kind of guiding you towards a more harmonious existence, right? More peace, more freedom as well is very much an energy that's coming through. This is the age of Aquarius. We are in the month of August going to have our second full moon in Aquarius. So we just had one in July, which was July 23rd/4th, depending on your time zone. We just had a full moon in Aquarius. We're having another one in August. So this is something that's rare and something that is definitely not a coincidence with this. There are no coincidences, right? But with this age of Aquarius, with the great conjunction that we had at the beginning of the year of Saturn and Jupiter in the sign of Aquarius, Saturn now moving retrograde in the sign of Aquarius, and Jupiter also moving retrograde out of the sign of Pisces into the sign of Aquarius as well. There's a, again, go back, complete, to be able to shoot forward into your future is kind of what's coming through. I hope that's making sense. Again, I'm going to pull the guidance. What is the guidance to be able to integrate, to be able to kind of move in cooperation, move in alignment with the energy of this moon? What is the guidance to integrate this lesson, to receive this blessing? I'll take this one because it came out first. Healing and dissolution. Treat your healing with resilience. Rub your bruises gently. Again, this energy of completion, it's harmonious. It's kind. It's yeah, there's an energy, there's a balance of feminine and masculine in this space. We have Venus and Mars represented in this card. We also have Virgo and Libra, again, moving into, moving towards the fall, preparing for the fall as well. It's a time now during this new moon to really complete whatever healing, whatever lessons, again, integrating the lessons that we have learned so that we can enjoy the accomplishments in this Leo season, so that we can prepare by shifting our perspective and pursuing a new creative passion, right? To be able to prepare for when we enter fall and Libra season, we are set up, we are balanced, we are harmonious, we have everything we need, is very much the energy that's coming through. That card, what card is that? 14? Yeah, card number 14, which is 5, which is this universal year. 2021 is a 5 universal year. So again, a lot is changing. You might be going through some challenges, or you have been going through some challenges that you are now able to overcome because you've learned the lessons, you have the tools, the resources to be able to work through whatever passionate, heated moment in either love or hate, right, that we were talking about. You're able to work through it in a more balanced state. Again, feminine, masculine energy is being tempered, as well as is card number 14 in tarot is temperance, is being tempered, is being evened out, is being cooled, is very much the energy that's coming through. Healing, cooling, is definitely what's coming through with this. Bottom of the deck is poison and medicine. In order to heal, we must first shed our pain and fear. Yeah, a shedding, a releasing, a completing, so that we are able to heal and accept also the accomplishments that we deserve, the growth that we have been working so hard for. Releasing our fear of success, our fear of ease, right? We don't need to live in so much struggle and so much suffering. When we learn our lessons, we are able to evolve, is very much the energy that's coming through. 15, 16, 17, 18. That's card 18, which is 9, which is Virgo energy. Hermit energy, again, taking time to go within, to kind of come back to our self-identity, to prepare for what's coming next, to see things more clearly, to see the pathway forward more clearly. By taking time to be whole and one and complete with ourselves, so that we are able to then only add to other partnerships, and other partnerships are only adding to what we already have within ourselves. So it's an excess Jupiter energy. It's an excess of blessings. It's an excess of an expansion of experiences as well, of life experience, of spiritual expansion is also happening. And then Mars has come through again, which is again that action, that passion. What actions are we taking towards our passions, towards our goals? So that is the overall energy, the overall message for this new moon in Leo, for this 8/8 Lionsgate portal. In August, I'll also, just wrapping up before we head into the pick a card reading. If you are interested in my classes, in where we kind of explore ways to work with these energies more intimately in our more personal lives and integrate them into how we move, into how we do take action, not only in our sacred spaces, our private spaces, but then how do we integrate the lessons that we learn on our mat and take them into the world, to support us in surrendering, right, to divine, to our higher selves, to and to our ancestors' guidance and protection. So I'm teaching again on my Patreon, but I'll be teaching an intensive with Koba. I think the 2nd and 3rd week of August on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 11 a.m. For both weeks. I'll have more information about that posted on my Instagram pages, so just look out for that if you're interested. But with that being said, we're going to head into your pick a card readings. So I have 4 groups. Again, I'll have the thumbnail posted, or the picture posted in the thumbnail. But group number 1 is my Ametrine, my heat-treated amethyst that people sometimes sell as citrine. As I say that, there's an energy of a mask is kind of coming through. There's an energy of false appearances. And then there's also, I'm seeing someone take off the mask and what's hidden underneath. If you take time to sit with it, again, Hermit energy is kind of coming through for this. But if you take time to sit with it and see what it really is, there's still value there. There's blessings there. There's purpose. I hope that makes sense. But that's for the citrine crystal. Or the Ametrine, sorry. We have Tiger's Eye. I hope you can see that. Tiger's Eye is my 2nd group, which is a protection stone. And then that tiger energy is connecting me to that lion's energy as well. There's an energy of confidence, and again, ferocity is also coming through with this Tiger's Eye. You have Fluorite, my Fluorite crystal. I believe it's Fluorite. I got this as a gift. There's a this is an energy of healing, of cooling. I feel like of taking time to be in the present. The present is a gift, is what I just heard. And then I have my piece of coral. Which for whatever reason is giving me the energy of yoga. But I guess an energy of flow is kind of coming through with this coral. And also definitely feminine energy. Yin energy is coming through. So those are your 4 groups, and I will meet you at your times. Hi, group number 1, everyone who chose my Ametrine crystal. This is your reading. So I pulled a card for the shadow that might be challenging you, some tarot clarifiers, and some ancestral guidance. I think I'm going to start with the tarot to see what cards have come through for you, what energy is coming through for this moon. We have the Ten of Wands. 10 is a number of completion. Wands is very much that fire energy. And this is releasing a burden. Again, I'm being brought back to the image, as I said with the, I'm pretty sure I said with this crystal, the energy of a mask. It's tiring, is what I just heard. It's tiring, it's draining. It feels like a burden to have to always wear this mask, this persona is kind of an energy that's coming through. To be burdened by responsibilities because of the mask or the persona that you have chosen to put on for the world. I don't know if that makes sense, but that is the energy that's coming through. Again, I'm seeing someone take off the mask and yeah, tower moment. That's being broken down. Whatever that was, it's being broken down because it's not healthy for you and it's not true, right? It's not your truth. Card number 16 or 7, which is divine wisdom, divine intervention. It can seem kind of unexpected possibly. There's also an energy of if you don't take the mask off, divine is going to crumble the situation to kind of force you out of that, again, persona, but also there's an energy of situation. Possibly also for some of you, this might be a career or a job that you thought was something else, but it's not what you, there's an energy if it's not what you signed up for. And so you might have been there for like a long time. Again, you have a lot of responsibility in this space potentially. But again, there's an energy of it's not what I signed up for. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm tired. I'm burnt out. And there might be a want to kind of keep this mask on, keep this persona, keep this job, whatever it is for you. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Because of how long maybe you've been in this role, or how long you've been in this role, and again, whatever situation pertains to you, but it needs to be broken down. And with this AA portal, it will be broken down. It will be broken down. It's no longer serving you. Wow, yeah. You need to heal. You need time to heal. This might have been giving you a lot of mental stress as well. Anxiety, depression even. This is something that was heavy to hold, to carry for so long. And you are able now to release it. It needs to be broken down. It needs to be possibly even like completely destroyed is kind of what I'm feeling. So that you can gain some clarity, there's an energy of perspective with the swords, the element of air represented in swords. To gain some perspective, to restabilize is also very much the energy that's coming through. There's an energy of retreat. You're retreating. And also, again, like just these two images, this frail, like hungry, weary is an energy that's coming through. Like I feel like this is how you were feeling in this situation, and as soon as that's broken down, as soon as you release that, this is how you feel. Re-energized, strong, right? Kingly, like warrior energy is also coming through. Again, there's an energy of wounded warrior for some of you, maybe with this red as well repeated in this. You might want to check out your Aries placement as well as Mars. And Mars is usually depicted as the Tower card as well. So Mars and Aries energy. You might be an Aries sun, moon, or rising, or it might just be very prominent in your chart. You might have a lot of placements in Aries in your natal chart. But for some of you might just want to check out where that is. Again, we do have Chiron, the wounded warrior, the wounded healer, moving through the sign of Aries at this time, helping us heal our identity, right? That mask that I was talking about. King of Wands, yeah, this is what I was feeling with this energy. You're able to then clear your mind, clear your head, step into your purpose, step into your passion. Wands energy, fire energy again. Maybe in the past, this old cycle was something that you were passionate about, but now it has become a burden. And again, it's time to release that so that you can shift your perspective and come back stronger in possibly slightly new venture, creative pursuit, collaboration. Wow, yeah. This is power, like you're taking your power back as well. You're taking your power back. Last card, star card. Wow. I just heard reborn. And this is also the only feminine energy we have on the table at this time, is this woman in this star card. So there's also an energy of feminine energy might be coming to support you in this healing process. There's an energy of showers. A star card is also associated with Aquarius energy, the water bearer, as well as ancestors and kind of pouring blessings, pouring healing, cleansing rains, right? You see this storm on this side and the night side is clear on this side. But this storm, this rain, right? Lightning as well is coming through with this Tower card. Rain, night, yeah. It's unexpected, but it's ultimately for your healing. And you need this release to be reborn, to step into a new cycle. This is card number 17, which equals an 8. Again, this 8-8 portal. Very much also connected for you to this Aquarius energy. So definitely check out where Aquarius is in your personal chart. For some of you, this might even just be for one person. I'm seeing transition is what I heard, and I'm seeing, like, with all this masculine energy and then stepping into this feminine energy, your authentic truth. Aquarius energy is very much about authenticity, of not caring what other people think, of living in their authentic truth, of being different. So for some of you, if you're trans, this message could also be for you. But even if you're just at any transitory space in your life at this time, this is also a healthy transition. You see the value in both the masculine and feminine aspects of yourself, but you step and you live in your truth. You stop wearing the mask of whatever role you were trying to fit into in the past. You step into your truth. So take that how that resonates for you. Your shadow. That might be challenging you during the time of the new moon. You have Hearth. Something new is being born, something new is being created, is immediately what I feel with this picture here. But Hearth, you were born to be the head and not the tail. Again, you weren't meant to follow maybe even someone else's footsteps in this whatever career / job this might have been for you. There's an energy, yeah, especially with this King of Wands, like you are meant to be a leader in this situation. You were meant to create something new. Take what you have learned from the cycle that you have gone through, but complete it, right? With that full moon energy that we got. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to this shift in energy. Surrender to this transition. You were meant to take the lead in this space. You were meant to create something new. You were meant to receive new wisdom, ideas, downloads, as well as an energy that's coming through. There are some are for your healing, for your personal healing, and some are for what you are meant to birth into this world, what you're meant to create is what's coming through. So you're releasing the responsibilities of the old creation is what I'm hearing. Of the old role, of the old mask. Maybe even for some of you, if you are transitioning into motherhood, possibly for some of you, and some of you who maybe have had children and maybe they're going off to school or in whatever capacity, whatever age they are, and maybe you have more free time to now get back to your own passions and your own pursuits, right? Again, take this message as it resonates. It can go so many different ways, and it's going to be different for everyone, but it's releasing, not completely, because there's an energy of it might have been a part of you, like it was a part of so much of your life, right? It was a whole cycle that you have gone through, possibly 10 years, 10 months, 10 years, for some of you. So it's not to be completely discarded. You realize what it gave you, right? To be able to create, to be able to expand, to be able to, there's also an energy of bring people together. King of Wands energy is very attractive and charming. Also very ambitious energy. This is a very ambitious person. Yeah, business, enterprise type of energy. Maybe you were able to learn how to create or maintain a business, but you weren't meant to stay in that space. You're meant to create something new. You're meant to do it on your own, possibly for some of you. Create a new legacy is what I'm hearing. So yeah, you're releasing the challenge is allowing yourself to surrender to the divine, to release this responsibility, to release this role, to release this mask that you are wearing. It's a false appearance. It doesn't represent who you are in your wholeness. Maybe you are a very masculine energy, but it might have been a toxic energy, right? Because maybe you didn't value your feminine energy. And so it's allowing yourself to break that down, to recognize that you are whole by balancing both of these energies within you. I hope that makes sense. That is a shadow that is coming through for you. Your ancestral guidance. You have health, despair, and challenges. Yeah, so for some of you, this could have brought on some health challenges for you. There is a deep sadness. There's a deep, there's almost like a resentment energy that I'm feeling in this old cycle, in this old space. Because it's just too much. Again, this is not what I signed up for, is what I'm hearing again. This is not what I wanted. Or it has become something that I no longer want for myself, for my future, is very much what's coming through. So as you take time to heal, as you take time to retreat, you're able to come back to your health. You're able to come back to your wholeness, your physical and your spiritual. Maybe for some of you are a very, very physical reality type of person and you didn't value the spiritual. That needs to be broken down so that you can come into your wholeness. Again, for others of you, this might be masculine and feminine energy. yeah, whatever resonates for you, but you're coming back to your wholeness, you're coming back to yourself. It says, free me from this burden. I need your divine intercession right now, O Great Spirit. Lift this darkness from my soul. Free me from this burden. Open me to your highest plan. May I be a peaceful vessel for your love. It's coming back to love. It's coming back to love for yourself and love for the destiny that you were meant to step into at this time of your life. Your destiny, your path. Right? And you might have to walk it alone sometimes. Again, Virgo energy is coming through with this Hearth energy as well. I'm getting some Virgo energy, home space. But inner, inside. What is happening inside of me? What is growing inside of me? This might not be an actual baby. This might just be energy that is swelling within you. Right? When that energy peaks, when that emotion peaks, and you either integrate it or possibly act out in a very emotionally charged way, is it out of love or is it out of hate or fear? Right? Again, those energies that were coming through, this is very Tower moment energies. Challenges. Unbearable situations throw you directly into God's arms if you are open. Please take over, divine, and guide the right actions. Please take this burden and show me your will. 2 cards that say burden. And I think in this health card you have ailments. Allow me, divine, to be tender and accepting of my body, no matter what ailments I may have. May I always know it's doing the best that it can. Help me be a loving ally and friend to this sacred form. Again, taking back your sacred space, taking back your power, taking back your health, your wholeness is very much what's coming through. So I hope that makes sense. Group number 1, that is your reading for this Leo moon. And I will see you in my next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with anyone who you think might benefit from these messages. Happy healing. Bye. Hi, group number 2. Everyone who chose the Tiger's Eye crystal. So I pulled your shadow that might be challenging you at this time, some tarot cards, and some ancestral guidance for you. I'm going to start with your tarot cards. Your first card is 8 of Pentacles. You're working on something. You have 8 right away. This is a cycle, 8 portal. This is 8 of Earth, though. This is something that is grounding, something that you have been working on, dedicating your time, your effort, your energy into. Commitment is also something that's coming through. You have 6 of Pentacles, another Earth energy. So you might be an Earth sign watching this. You don't have to be, but that might be a confirmation for you. Very Earth energy. 8, 6. 6 of Pentacles is reciprocity energy. This is an equal give and take. This is also, I believe, the card of inheritance is what's coming through. You might be collaborating with others on something that you're creating, something that you're building. You're committing to this exchange. You're committing to the work that you will have to put in this partnership is also very much an energy that's coming through. Empress, wow. So you might be a divine feminine energy, or this might be the partner that you are working with. You're receptive, you're open to the blessings that are also going to flow through. Yeah, Earth energy, Pentacle energy. This is abundance coming in, blessings coming in. You're attracting these blessings. You're attracting wisdom is also coming through with that owl. Justice energy. There's a balance, there's a focus. on the direction that you are moving in this partnership, in this collaboration, and whatever it is that you're working so hard on. There's a focus, there's a balance, a new romantic cycle begins. Again, for some of you, this might be a partnership, this might be a like either a business partnership or a romantic partnership that is coming into balance. Coming into harmony, collaborate. Again, card number 3 is co-creation, collaboration. Card number 11 is there's an energy of a portal. Again, this 8-8 portal is being opened, right? For you to step in this new direction. This is a very fair, again, reciprocity, justice, and 6 of Pentacles is giving me very like an equal give and take, reciprocity with this energy. Your last card is Queen of Cups. This is giving me balancing practicality with spirituality. Balancing your work environment with your home environment is also coming through. Balancing your work and dedication with time also to work on yourself, right? To give yourself love, to refill your cup. Balancing masculine and feminine energy is also coming through. And again, with this tiger's eye energy, there's a protection around this space, I feel like. There's a protection over this connection, over this collaboration, whatever it is, over this balancing act. There's a very fierce protection. This can definitely also be your ancestors are watching over, are protecting you, are supporting you. You might be co-creating with them. You might be building a stronger relationship with your ancestors as well. This is an equal give and take in, for some of you, you might have a feminine ancestor that you're working with, that you're building a stronger connection to, right? You're dedicating your time, your effort, your energy to give offerings, right? To give offerings, to give your time, to give your money. There's an energy of sacrifice as well. And be open to receive their blessings that they have that will support you in finding more balance and direction, right? Towards, I'm also seeing there's an energy of spiritual gifts. Tiger's eye is also giving me a third eye as well as evil eye. Again, protection energy. And there are intuitive gifts. You might be working on some intuitive gifts. Any of the clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient. There's another one. I can't remember right now. But you might be, developing some spiritual gifts. Earth and water energies are both more feminine energies. This is an energy of spiritual power. And there's an energy of slow and steady, right? You don't want to rush this energy. There might be overwhelming emotions. As you are awakened to your purpose, to your passions, right? But you don't want to just rush into this new space. There's an energy of slow and again, there's spirit very much, your ancestors very much want you to find harmony in this space, right? The feminine energy doesn't chase. She attracts. You're attracting your blessings. You're attracting the collaborations that you're meant to step into, that you're meant to exchange with, to create abundance and prosperity in your life. So I hope that's making sense so far. But that is your overall energy for this moon that's coming through for you. Your shadow that might be challenging you during this moon, is energy. Do not lose your head because you will lose yourself. This is an energy about rushing forward. It's about like you may not necessarily have everything with you. You have the drive, you have the ambition, you have the passion, right? This newfound passion, this awakening that you might have gone through. And you might have already done some work in this space, but it's calling you to spend a little bit more time and energy doing this work, maybe even studying for some of you. For some of you, this also might be a spiritual teacher that's coming in that you're learning from. It's about take time to study, to learn, before you rush into trying to apply it. There's an energy of trying to apply it like for others. This is about taking time to apply those lessons for yourself, to absorb. There's an energy, I just heard absorb, to really understand and receive the wisdom, to stay focused, and your integrity is also an energy that's coming through. You're not rushing. When you rush, you can skip steps and you can make mistakes. So it's calm down a little bit. Again, you might be feeling this energy to rush for it, but remember, take some more time to work in this space. Rabbit energy is also a symbol of fertility. Like, this is a very fertile, a very creative energy that is around you. But right now it's time to receive and learn and commit to an equal exchange of energy. Like, for some of you, you might receive a blessing from your ancestor, and then there's an energy like you might go out in the world, you might kind of like, so example, if you came into a lot of money because you've been working with your ancestors, you come into this amass of money and you blow it, you spend it, or whatever the case scenario may be, and you forget to acknowledge that your ancestors are the ones who made it possible for you to receive this blessing, right? You forget to change your the water on your altar for 6 to 8 weeks or whatever it might be, right? Even days. You forget to change your water. You forget to give a piece of that back to your ancestors, because it is them who blessed you with it in the first place, right? That allowed you to purchase whatever meals that you might, whatever meal or whatever jewelry or whatever the case scenario may be, right? You're spending on all these spaces, but you're not recognizing where it came from to begin with, right? There's a line in the center, and there's an energy of like you there's a bit of an energy you might be spiritually cut off if you attempt to do that, right? Not that I think any of you would do that purposely, but you'll realize how quickly balance comes back into play, and you'll be like, oh, okay, I lost this and now nothing else is flowing in. Oh, because I didn't acknowledge and give thanks and give gratitude and give back to who I got this blessing from in the first place, right? It's slowing down. It's knowing also where to invest your energy, where to invest the blessings that come into you, the possibly the money, right, that comes into you. How do you spend it wisely? How do you what energy are you exchanging it for, right? Everything is an exchange. Everything is a transaction. So where are you where and how are you exchanging your energy, right? Money is an energy. Love is an energy as well. So that is your shadow that you might be challenged with to work through during this new moon and during this portal. Again, remember that you are protected. You do have, and you are receiving what you need to be able to overcome that challenge and to come back into balance and come back into your spiritual truth. There's an energy of knowingness that I'm feeling. Yeah, with that third eye energy that I was speaking of as well, right? A knowingness. So what is your ancestral... I love when they do this. I love it. Gratitude. Remember to have gratitude for all that you have, for all that you are receiving, for all of your accomplishments, divine timing. You will be guided, you will be shown, you will be directed as to when and where to exchange your energy, with whom to exchange your energy. Self-sufficiency. The ultimate self-sufficiency is relying on God, or relying on your ancestors or your spirit team or whoever it is, right? It doesn't mean hiding in a cave and saying, I don't need people. Instead, it's saying, God is my source and I am willing to receive all the help, love, and support that wants to come in. Again, you might be blessed with a spiritual teacher coming in, or just a collaborative partner coming in to support you on your vision, right? Don't forget who brought those people into your life, right? Don't forget that your ancestors, your spirit team, whoever, spoke your name in doors before you even stepped in them. Don't get so caught up in this energy that you lose your head, right? That your head gets so big that you lose it, that you blow it. It's kind of an energy that's coming through. Leo energy as well is very much, and fifth house energy connects to like risk and leaps of faith and gambles as well, is an energy that's coming through. So you don't want to risk losing your blessing, right? You don't want to gamble it away because you got so caught up in the fact that you have now, right? Pay attention, stay focused on what you are meant to create or co-create as well. I'm just going to read these cards for you and then we'll close out. Group number 2. Find just one thing that you feel grateful for right now and let that gratitude pour through your body. It's a healing balm like the warmth of the sun. And divine timing. The divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. Yeah. So I hope, again, that makes sense, that that resonates with you. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this reading with anyone who you think might benefit from this this message, who might receive some confirmations for their own lives. Follow me on Instagram and join my Patreon if you feel called to, if you're grateful for these messages and you want to donate or give offering to the projects that I'm working on. I would love your support. I would love you to join the family. I am grateful for all of you clicking on this video today, for all of you who support me on a regular. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and I will see you in my next one. Happy healing. Hi, Group 3. Welcome to your card reading. Everyone who chose the Fluorite crystal. Just before I started your reading, I had kind of taken a break and it started raining outside. And the sun is kind of peeking through every now and again, but it's still very much like every once in a while there's a little bit of a showers, and it's kind of been like this all day. And I did say that your crystal was giving me a very healing energy, receptive energy, very star card, which is Aquarius energy. Again, the full moon that we'll be having in August, but also the opposite sign to Leo, as well as the age of Aquarius energy that we're kind of moving through. So yeah, I'm feeling very much healing energy for you, group number 3. Again, being present to also the changes that are happening, right? The changes of weather, going from rainy to sunny. And there's an energy of the unexpected changes, right? Like if I were to see the sun and go out today thinking that it's going to be sunny, and then it's rainy, and then it's sunny again, and then it's rainy. There's an energy of, there's a little bit of confusion. This is kind of giving me 7 of Cups energy. Just there's a lot of options, right? There's many options. Should I stay in? Should I go out? Should I embrace this light rain and just enjoy myself in whatever way that means, to restore myself that way? Or should I stay home and there's an energy of the sanctuary that resides within, to be protected from, quote unquote, protected or shielded, covered from the rain, and what makes the most sense. I'm also hearing, and this is something I'm also doing, is collecting this rainwater, especially at the times of the new moon and the full moon, but anytime really, maybe even the waxing crescent, you might want to collect some rainwater. And again, I'm hearing specifically for you, group number 3, the full moon in Aquarius that we will be having, or maybe for some of you, if you collected rainwater during the time of the full moon in Aquarius that we had during July, maybe incorporating that rainwater into your bath, into maybe watering your plants, maybe putting a little bit of it into your cooking or your the water that you're drinking or smoothies, will be very restorative to your body and to your spirit, is kind of what's coming through with this crystal. So I hope that that makes sense so far. I pulled the shadow that will be challenging you, as well as some tarot cards and some ancestral guidance. As I've been doing with all the piles, I'm going to start with your tarot cards to see what is the kind of overall themes that you might be moving through during the time of this new moon 8/8 portal. Ace of Swords is your first card. Ace of Swords. So this is a new beginning. This is, again, clarity. Is very much coming through, mental clarity, clearing that mental fog with that Seven of Cups energy that I was talking about. The Ace of Swords is cutting through the illusions, the delusions, the confusion, right? All of that, and allowing you to see clearly. There's an energy of when to strike. Strike when I just heard strike when it's hot, is what I just heard. And this energy is depicted as Ogun, which is the blacksmith of the heavens, the metal worker, right? Iron worker. And you strike the iron when it's hot to mold it. So there's an energy of molding. Maybe you're being molded. Something is being molded in your life right now. Or you are even maybe molding this next. Maybe you're molding a creation. Maybe you work with your hands. But this could also just be you're molding even your mindset with this swords energy. I'm just seeing like creation, molding, like working with your hands to create something is what I'm getting from this energy. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Moving forward in spirit. This also might be an invitation that's coming through, or a proposal that's coming through, that will bring you clarity. Maybe information that you needed to be able to flow forward more smoothly is an energy that's coming through. Knight of Cups. This is also someone who's very sensitive to the signs, right? As I was talking about with that weather, being sensitive to the signs that nature, Mother Nature, is giving us, is kind of the energy that's coming through with this Knight of Cups. But this is moving forward in spirit, moving forward in love, in trust, in faith is also an energy that's coming through, in unknowingness and clarity. Wow, the Magician. Yeah, you are creating something. You are manifesting something. Maybe for a little while you were unsure what you should focus your energy into manifesting. And I feel like, again, clarity is coming through. You're going through a certain amount of healing, and there's an energy of allowing yourself to flow. I think I also said, be present. Be present. Be present in the moment. Maybe you're trying to look too far into the future, or maybe even looking into the past. But the present is where you're going to find your answers. The present is where you're going to gain mastery, is where you're going to recognize and realize your personal powers and energy that's coming through. The tools, the resources that you have around you, the knowledge, the know-how, knowing when to strike, knowing when to move forward and when to pull back, right? Knowing when to go outside and when to stay inside. When the weather is changing, when the weather is shifting so unexpectedly. If you're going outside and it rains, maybe again you're prepared. Maybe you bring an umbrella with you, right? It's that kind of energy. It might not manifest specifically in that way. For some of you it might. And again, pay attention to the signs. What is that telling you? In whatever other areas of your life that might come up, that might be being affected, whatever placements you have in Leo and Aquarius. But yeah, very much this energy of like you have what you need. You have all that you need. You're gaining mastery as well. I feel like in your spiritual practice is something that's also coming through. You're gaining a clearer understanding as to how things work, as to how manifestations come into being is an energy that's coming through. Like maybe you worked with one of the moons earlier and it's Spirit is calling you to pay attention to what in your life now, presently, have you already manifested? And then maybe looking, like seeing that as you have put in progress, you have put in work. You have learned certain lessons, you have gained certain clarity that has allowed you to come to this point. And there's an energy of embrace, like bask, rest. And then now rest in the present, rest in in the magic that you have created around you, right? Know when to rest, know when to then move forward, continue moving forward. You have Page of Wands. Page of Wands. This is someone who is ambitious. This is news, information coming in. This is someone who is creative, is energetic, is youthful, is excited, is passionate, right? Is passionate about what they are creating, about the information that they have gained, and wants to share it. But again, there's an energy, just be aware of, what am I meant to share? What am I meant to hold back? When am I meant to go out? When am I meant to stay in? And if I'm sharing, how much am I sharing, right? Again, preparation. Knowing when to strike is again coming through. And then, wow, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is grounded, right? Is stable, is secure in herself, in what she has created, in her home, in her coin as well. That's that feminine energy. There's kind of an energy, the very masculine energy, very active energy that you might be wanting to keep moving forward, right? Continue to move forward, because you have received, even for some of you, are receiving guidance, wisdom, messages, clarity from Spirit on how to continue to work, how to continue to move forward. But I am, again, feeling the need to stay grounded though. Pause in what you have. Notice what you have around you at this point. Embrace it. Enjoy it. And know that you will also know when you're meant to continue to move forward. But right now I feel like there's an energy of like, be grounded in this moment, be grounded in the present. There's a gift, right? There's something here that you need to even be able to move forward, right? If you were to move forward now, or again at the time of this new moon, you might miss a step. And this is kind of bringing me to Pile number 2, if some of you, I don't know if you may resonate with that card or with that the energy of that group, but you might want to check that out. Of this, again, like moving forward very, very quickly with this hair energy, this kind of rabbit hair energy, and as well as the very prominent masculine and then feminine energies that came through. So I don't know if you want to check that out. Those messages might resonate with you as well, if you feel called to. You also have all of the elements here. Yeah, and then Magician is in the middle. Hold on, let me just show you how these have come out. Air, water, fire, earth, and Magician in the middle, who has everything, right? Air, water, fire, earth. Again, I feel like maybe in this present moment is when you're gaining your clarity, right? Maybe you have the passion, the drive, the desire. You have the spiritual guidance on how you're meant to move forward. You have the coin. You have the stability, the security to be able to invest in whatever space this is. You have the passion, right? I think I said that. You have the passion. You're driven by purpose. But you need the sword, and that's being created in this first card. Right? It's being I'm seeing hammer. I heard hammered worked on is kind of the energy that's coming through. But there's also an energy of, I feel like spirit is like, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. Like they're giving you signs to be like, slow down so that you can receive this clarity when it is time for you to receive it as well. Right? It's in the present moment. Enjoy the present moment during the time, like maybe even during the week. Either the day, you have 1 here, so the day or the week of maybe even from the 1st to the 8th, if that makes sense to you. Like be present during the whole week to receive the clarity, to receive the truth, to receive the knowing again on how to work with the rest of the elements to move forward in, again, a grounded, a stable, a secure way. There's an energy of you're building longevity, right? And we've been talking about that for a while. There's the energy of the old structures, the old systems that were put in place are being broken down so that a more stable foundation can be built, right? So I hope that makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below. You also have all court cards, and then you have a major arcana and an ace. So again, this is very major energy that's coming through. Very major energy that's coming through for you. A major shift is coming through for you, but again, you're being called to, right, surrender to the divine. And I think for you, I did speak of that full moon energy. Surrender to the divine. Possibly for some of you, this might be throughout the month, or throughout Leo season, is kind of what I'm feeling. Throughout Leo season, take time to just be present, to receive the clarity that you need, the guidance that you need to move forward with more stability come Virgo season, right, with this earth energy. And especially with like all these fruits and things around her, I'm seeing like there's an energy of harvest that I'm feeling. You know when to pick the fruit, right? You know when to harvest. And how to use the ingredients as well. How to use the your harvest to create. There's an energy of what's it called? Like fulfilling like nutritious, but I'm hearing sustainable. I keep hearing sustainable. You know how to make it last, right? You know how to make the harvest last throughout the winter is kind of what I'm getting with that. So again, I hope that makes sense. I'm going to pull your shadow, and then I'm going to pull your ancestral guidance. Toil. Yeah. He who aims too much gets very little. Again, I feel like there's an energy of you're being challenged to slow down, to stop toiling in the soil, stop working so hard, trying to charge ahead, right? With this bull's energy. You might be kind of stubborn. You might be an earth sign. Well, we have all the elements on the table. You might be any sign, but especially with this Queen of Pentacles, you might be an earth sign. You might be a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Specifically, I'm feeling Taurus and Virgo. Capricorn, I feel like, is whatever old structure had been broken down, right? We have currently Pluto moving retrograde in the sign of Capricorn, transforming, completely transforming government, society, business. So you're being challenged to slow down is very much what I'm getting. Rest in the present moment. Rest in the present moment to receive the clarity, to receive. Make sure you have all tools, the cornerstones, right? The four elements. The four elements to guide you in the direction that you're meant to go. So that is your shadow, and then your ancestral advice. We have hardship, work, yeah. Being enough. Yeah, this is very Virgo energy as well. So again, if you aren't a Virgo, we all have Virgo placements in our chart. So I'm just seeing, like, pay attention to that in your chart. What natal planets might you have in Virgo? I think we also have Venus has moved into the sign of Virgo. I think Mars will be moving to the sign of Virgo sometime soon. And Mercury will also eventually be moving into the sign of Virgo. That is the masculine, the feminine, and the messenger. But it's all that also gives me kind of child energy with Mercury. The twins, right? The children is kind of, so I'm getting feminine, masculine, and children energy in the sign of Virgo. But you have hardships, work, and being enough. So again, I feel like for some of you, if you feel like you're having hardships maybe in your workspace at this time, it's because you're not meant to work right now. You're meant to rest. Know that you are enough. Know that you are able to be open to receive. And wow, look at these cards as well. You have rain in this hardships card. You have work, and there's this yellow, beautiful yellow flower and these bright colors. And then you have being enough, and it's rain again. Exactly like the weather that we're having today. I channel these messages live. Like, Spirit honestly blows me away sometimes with the synchronicities. But even that, it's like, pay attention to the details, right? Slow down, pay attention to the details. Know that you are enough. Know that you will be protected, supported. And I think that's also why I'm seeing pay attention to group number 2 with the tiger's eye. Is that protection energy is very much coming through. You are protected. You are enough to receive abundance, to continue to have success, or to even just have success to begin with. Again, like, maybe you have certain elements and you're like, okay, I've put in a lot of work and I really want to move forward in this space now. But Spirit's like, we have one more lesson to teach you. It's kind of what I'm feeling. It's always hardest before you get to the top of the mountain, right? May I embrace what's happening right now, as baffling or painful as it is. Help me, God, to trust where you are guiding me. I am yours alone. I'm now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. Maybe for some of you, again, there was this energy of, like, job, you're I can't remember actually if this was in group 1 or 2, but there was an energy of you were leaving a job that was no longer serving you, or like an old job, or something of that matter, old creation, whatever it is. An old workspace was kind of breaking down. Maybe you lost your job, or you've had to switch your career, and it might have been difficult, challenging, right? Trying to figure out how to, if you're like stepping into entrepreneurship. Yeah, I heard sustainable, right? There's an energy of self-sustainability. Working for yourself is kind of what's coming through. Maybe if you've been trying to work for yourself and it's like, it's been hard, it's been challenging, it's been painful. You've had maybe some wins, but you've had maybe a lot of losses. It's been up and down, right? Raining, sunning, rainy, sunny kind of energy. And Spirit is saying we have one more lesson for you, but know that you're not being punished as well. You're being redirected is very much the energy that's coming through. The innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change, no need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are love. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. No need to grow more deserving. Yeah, you are enough. You are love itself. Continue to vibrate in the frequency of love. Show yourself love. Fill your cup again. Allow your cup to be filled, right? So that you overflow blessings is also what I'm feeling. And know that the ancestors are blessing you or supporting you or protecting you. You will be provided for. Is very much the energy that's coming through. Allow yourself to rest and flow. Enjoy the present. Group number 3. It is truly a gift for you right now. So I hope that resonates with you. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Share it with anyone who you may think may resonate with these messages, may need some confirmation for their journey. And I will see you in my next one. Happy healing. Bye. Hi, group number 4 with the coral piece. And again, for some reason, yoga is coming through. So we're going to look at your cards. I'm going to start with your tarot cards, but I also pulled a shadow that might be challenging you, and then some ancestral guidance. But we'll get into that in a bit. So your first card is 2 of Wands. This is a decision-making point. It might be a hard decision to make as well. This is usually like you're deciding whether to move in a new direction or to go and kind of repeat a cycle is kind of what's coming through. There's an energy of rebirth as well with this baby's energy. This baby's crying though. There's a certain amount of there's an energy of like wailing that I'm feeling. Let me see the rest of your cards. You have 5 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is challenging for you, group number 4. I feel like why I felt this energy of yoga, I'm feeling this energy of flexibility and adaptability. Flexibility and adaptability is kind of what's coming through. There's some challenge that you're going through. It's a challenging decision that you have to make, but it's also a test to see, again, which direction are you going to go in? Are you going to move in? Are you going to stick with what's comfortable? Are you going to move in a completely new into the unknown, essentially, right? With this coral as well, the ocean. I'm getting energy of the ocean, especially with this figure in this deck is depicted as Olokun, which is the energy of the deep ocean, the subconscious. the dream space, the unknown. There could be treasure, there could be blessings down there, but there could also be some monsters, right? It could be a little murky. There's also an energy that's coming through. It's dark, murky. You can't see where you're going. It's unknown is what's coming through. It could be a little bit chaotic. Traumatic is also an energy that's coming through. When a baby is born, it's very traumatic. The process of birth is kind of traumatic. You go as a baby, you move through this dark tunnel out of this safe womb space that you have been growing in for the past 9 months, right? And you are birthed into this new world, usually into depending on who you are, but you might have been birthed into a hospital. This bright, blinding lights that you're coming into, right? A whole bunch of energies around you. It can be traumatic, and it can be traumatic for the mother as well, right? But again, there's very much this energy of rebirth and birth, the birthing process that is coming through. This unknown cycle that you are kind of being, there's an energy of kind of being forced into, but it's also an energy of it's time, right? It's time for you to accept also the challenges, to make the decision. 5 universal year, right? 2021 is our 5 universal year. We know we're going to be faced with challenges. We know we're going to be faced with some conflict. And it's about how can we creatively overcome them, right? Pass the tests that we chose to also go through in the first place in order for us to grow. But it can be painful sometimes, is also what's kind of coming through. So be flexible, be adaptive. This is very mutable energy that I'm feeling, I'm feeling Pisces energy, which is a mutable water sign. And I think sometimes associated with the energy of Olokun, or I think Neptune is sometimes associated with the energy of Olokun. Yeah, so I hope that makes sense so far. You also have 5 of Pentacles. You have it reversed, another 5, which can represent loss, can represent like poverty, lack, being left out in the cold. Maybe you're afraid that if you move in this direction, you'll be left with nothing, is kind of an energy that's coming through. But it's in the reverse. Like, I feel like there's an energy of you don't need to fear the unknown. Trust that whatever challenges, separation, lack that you are faced with, you will be able to overcome, is kind of the energy that's coming through. 2 and 5 of Wands as well. Well, first of all, you have 2 5s, 5 and 5. 5 and 5 is 10 as well, which is a completion of a cycle. Again, we have this completion energy. Surrender to the divine, surrender to this direction that there's an energy of like you're being called to step into. This is your passion, this is your purpose, but it might be unknown. There might also be an energy of a fear of success is coming through for some of you. But 2 and 5 of Wands is 7 of Wands, which is a very defensive energy. You might be feeling defensive. And it's also like it's defending what you have created, though. It's defending your passion. It's defending your purpose with that, again, that fire energy. A part of you knows that this is the direction you're meant to go through, but you're afraid. You might be afraid of what you might be losing as well in the process. Maybe who you'll be losing. Again, there's an energy of rebirth. This is a new cycle. It's new, maybe people that you'll be meeting, new circumstances, new environment. You also have 3 of Cups. yeah, this is giving me like social gatherings, again, new people that you might be meeting. This might also be like casual reunions with friends as well. And then you have, well, the death card. Yeah, this is, okay. Okay, so what I'm getting is, yeah, for some of you, you might be afraid to let go of relationships that no longer serve you, partnerships, friendships that no longer serve you, as you are called to level up. It can, yeah, wow. It can be kind of painful to leave behind people that you once loved, right? Or that you do love. Friends, people that you have been close to. Third party situations, again, this can be friends, this can be like work partnerships, maybe an old job that you might have had, yeah, this is going to manifest differently for different people, but I'm very much feeling there's an end to distraction. There's kind of an end to distraction is what I'm feeling like. And it's also let go of your fear of loss. Know that if they are meant to join you in this next cycle, that they'll join you when the time is right. But right now you have to, you need to move in this new direction. It is challenging. It is also a test to see if you are willing and able to let go. Because everything is a choice, right? Everything is a choice. You could see this reading and decide, I'd rather stay comfortable in the direction that I'm choosing to move in this new cycle. I'd rather stay comfortable and repeat a cycle. And if you're meant to, you're meant to. Like, that might just be part of your journey. But for the majority of you, I feel like it's time to allow whatever old situation it was to go through this death, transformation, and rebirth process is also what I'm feeling. Yeah. So I hope that makes sense so far. I'm going to pull your shadow. That might be challenging you even further, or just gaining a little bit more clarity on this Five of Wands, on this challenge, this conflict that you might be going, wow, yeah. The dead stand in waiting, Egun. This is your ancestors as well, is coming through. There's an energy of third-party situations need to end. You need to let go of them, because you need to take time to build a stronger relationship with your ancestors. And the challenge for some of you might be losing your social life. Maybe you're someone who was like a socialite, kind of like likes to party a lot, or just, it doesn't even have to be party, but just like socialize, enjoy yourself, be out with people, right? In whatever way that means for you. But Spirit is calling you to do some ancestor work. You need to go within for a bit. Be flexible with this. Be flexible. Adapt to this situation. For some of you, maybe you need to take some more time to practice yoga, meditation, just mindfulness in general. Even just exercise in whatever way that means for you. There's definitely a spiritual strength that is being built at this time. Again, your ancestors are calling you. They're waiting for you to take time to speak to them, give offerings, listen, right? Just have conversations. That might be something that's hard for you as well. Yeah, I said there's a wailing. There's a wailing. There's a, and it's like at the back of your mind, it's in your subconscious. I also heard you're not going crazy. You're not going crazy. You're not losing you're not losing touch with the physical world. You're not losing touch with reality, but you're just awakening to your subconscious, to your ancestors, maybe even to some gifts you might be receiving, possibly to be a channel for the ancestors, to be able to give ancestral guidance and messages. Okay, yeah, let's see this ancestral guidance that I pulled for you. Solitude. Abundance. It was in the reverse though, and it's giving me that Five of Pentacles. You're afraid that you're losing something, but abundance can be found everywhere. Calmness as well is also in the reverse. Again, there's an energy of you feel agitated, you feel stressed out, you feel this is challenging, this is painful. But again, I'm also seeing, again, you need time. You need time to yourself. Abundance will be there as well. Remain calm. It's also what I'm getting. Remain calm. You will receive more abundance from taking this time out to connect with your ancestors. You need their counsel, their guidance right now. Take yourself out of social situations, third-party situations. It needs to die. It needs to be let go. It needs to be transformed. Surrender to the divine. Once you embrace the inner divine and your own sacred solitude, the right people arrive at the right time, exactly on schedule, without forcing or chasing. Again, this Three of Cups energy, if you're afraid that you're going to lose some friends or some people, know that you don't have to worry about that. They will come back at the right time if they are meant to. And if they're not meant to, they will be replaced with people who are more in alignment with your energy and with where you're going, with where you're being guided. Divine beloved, please show me how to feel fully deserving to receive. I release my ego's plan and open to being a vehicle for abundance. The fear of losing out, of missing out. I'm also hearing FOMO, fear of missing out. That's your ego speaking. Your ego wanting to be, again, maybe in the limelight, maybe a socialite in whatever way or capacity that means. Again, you need some time for yourself. Calmness. The inner divine is the witness of all, remaining still and quiet even during intense turbulence. So take a deep breath and then say, quiet my mind, dear Lord. May your peaceful calm take over. Yeah. You need some time of just solitude and stillness. But not necessarily like, well, for some of you, you may need to just kind of be still, maybe in your meditations. But I'm also seeing for some of you, and I'm going to invite you again to join my Patreon, or even join my the intensive classes that I'll be teaching. Again, I'm teaching Dream, where we work with elemental and ancestral meditative movement. And this is a mental, physical, spiritual, emotional, energetic warm-up. It's learning how to work with the energies and move with them. Again, allowing yourself to change and adapt to even the changing seasons that we move through. Seasons are changing. Again, you have 2 5s, which equals a 10, right? 10 is about completions, completing one cycle, completing one season, and you're moving into a new season. So again, I'll invite you to join that if you feel called to. And I think that is all that I have for you today. Again, I hope that message resonates with you. I hope that it makes sense. Let me know in the comments down below. Please be sure to like and subscribe, share this video. If you feel that someone else might resonate with these messages, need some confirmation in their journeys for this 8/8 portal, And I will see you in my next one. Happy healing.